Why most cleaning businesses stay stuck at $200,000 in annual revenue and why they cannot bust past that plateau. And before we dive in, I'm Dave Mormon. I'm CEO and founder here at Home Service Business Coach, where we specialize in helping exterior cleaning business owners get off the truck and scale their business. The first reason why most cleaning business owners get stuck, and I'm going to be blunt with you here and I may be calling you out, is their marketing sucks, okay? Full stop. Most cleaning business owners, they look in the mirror and they see a window cleaning technician. They see a pressure washing technician. They don't see themselves as the chief marketing officer inside their own organization. Relying on word of mouth is not an effective marketing strategy. Marketing is being able, as an owner, to pull a lever and say, I'm going to put some dollars into this channel and I'm going to be 80% confident that we can generate a return for the business, right? With my cleaning business, I spent 8 years obsessing over the marketing. And before last year, when I was able to exit my company, we were able to generate over 11,000 leads for that company and book over 5,500 projects and hiring 54 team members along the way. That didn't just happen because of word of mouth. It happened because the owner, myself, for 8 years, locked in on the marketing, okay? I was solid in that I wanted to build a brand in my local area. So that started, got my Google business reviews rolling in from day one. I got my trucks wrapped. They were never new trucks, but I spent the $4,000 to fully wrap them so they look solid. We had signs up in our neighborhoods. When we were door knocking, we were wearing professional uniforms. All our technicians had professional uniforms. We would phone our customers when we were going to the job site in order to make an incredible, what I call frictionless customer experience, okay? I'm doing some projects around my house now, right? I'm getting the house painted. I'm getting some stuff cleaned up. I'm getting, new drip lines around my hedges, doing all these things, right? Getting the house spruced up for the year. The amount of friction as a homeowner you have trying to coordinate trades is absolute insanity. Most of them are not on any form of field service management software, nothing like a Jobber, so they're organized. You have to take the onus and reach out to them. Hey, are you still coming for that 8 o'clock appointment when it's already 9:15 and you're into your day? It's inconvenient dealing with most service providers today, even in going into late 2026. And so if you can build your marketing all around a frictionless experience and making it really memorable for the customer, I can tell you right now, you're going to win. And that's why most cleaning businesses, they hit 200K because they max out with their schedule. And the owner is like, I don't need to do marketing. I rely on word of mouth. You literally have a $200,000 a year job and you don't even get to keep all that 200K because you got to gas up your truck. You got to pay off your truck. You got to cover all the costs to do with your business. Equipment breaks down. If you've owned a business more than, a month, equipment's going to break down. You got to re-get new gear. You got supplies. You got insurance. You're not keeping the 200K, right? You're whittling it all down. If you're lucky, you're making 100 grand on that. But again, you don't own your time. That's the first reason, right? Your marketing sucks and you don't see yourself as a marketer, okay? And again, I don't mean this from a place your business sucks. You shouldn't even, I'm not saying that. You're on this episode because you want to grow. And sometimes you need a little bit of tough love to call you out and be like, dude, you've been at 200K for the last 3 years. What's really going to change this year that you're going to be able to grow this thing to 500,000, 750 and beyond, okay? Number 2, your hiring sucks. And you may know this because you might be like, look, I'm owner operator. I tried hiring people. It didn't work out right. If you're in a committed relationship right now, I'm guessing that you didn't maybe marry the first person you went out on a date. I know that wasn't my experience, right? I had to date for almost a decade to find the right person. My wife today, Alex, who's amazing, that I wanted to get married to, right? I didn't stop dating after year 2 or 3 or 4 just because there's no one good out there. I'm like, no, this is going to be the goal that one day, hopefully, God willing, I get married to a wonderful woman. I'm going to keep going on dates and finding and being patient for get that right person. The same thing as you're looking for technicians right now. It's not a pull a slot, ad up on Indeed and boom, we're all set up. Like, it's more difficult than that, right? And I know a lot of coaches will tell you, oh, just get a warm body in and you're good. I've hired enough people to understand there's a process, right? My book right here details hiring all in chapter 6. So like, check that out first of all. But this diagram right here, I'll see if I can even remember it because I did it myself, right? It's a 6-step process. You need a job advertisement. That's first of all. You need an online application form. Third is you need a conversion call, really important. You need an interview, you need to check references, and then you need onboarding. I think I nailed that, but let me know in the comments. Hopefully I was 6 for 6 on that. But you need a process, right, to bring people on. And for me, with my cleaning business, I got very realistic from day one saying, we're gonna do thousands of jobs here. And there's not like hundreds of Daves to be on every single job site. And I understand that. And again, it all starts with the vision, what the owner wants. And so I was like, I wanna grow an asset one day that does 3 things: more income, more time, and impact. And in order to do that, I need people on my team. Well, to just go out willy-nilly on Craigslist or Indeed, like, that's not a proper process. So I built this 6-step framework that we now help bolt into our members' business at HSBC. And it's literally in my book. It shows you like, this is the process, how to do it. So I've tried all different kinds of hiring, and I'm telling you, for a cleaning business, like, keep it simple. This is the best process that you can have. But right now, you need to come to the fact that if you're building a 200K business, like, you don't even need anyone really else on your team. You need a little bit of assistance from AI for some admin help, and you're good to go. You can do 200K of cleaning by yourself, right? And again, you're on this channel if you want to bust past that. I would challenge your belief that there's someone right now within 10 miles drive time from your location of your business that would do 90% as good of a job as you, I guarantee you, and they'd be up to speed within 90 days, let's say. For my business, we brought our technicians up to speed in a period of about 30 days. Every business is a bit different, but that's why cleaning is so beautiful. It's a low barrier to entry. You can hire someone that has great values, they've had good upbringing, good core values, and you plug them into your system, right? This isn't plumbing or HVAC. You need 4 years and tickets and everything. It's low barrier. That's a beautiful thing. You need to play that to your advantage, and you need to become a master at finding not just talent, but a master at finding people with great core values. That's what I feel. You know, I've been an entrepreneur now for 17 years. I built 4 different companies. If you just shut off this episode, that's the only thing that I do great is find really great people and I pull them into my life. I want to bring them into my ecosystem and I want to show them a roadmap of how I believe that they could win within my organization. That's hiring. So it's following the process, but it's also arriving in your mind's eye that you're growing something bigger than 200K and you need great people on your team. Your greatest success will come from other people. And I firmly believe that. Like, you can only be so successful as an individual person, but with a team, absolutely amazing what is possible. Well, hey everyone, I'm Dave Mormon and I spent over 8 years growing and scaling my very own exterior cleaning business, which I was able to successfully exit last year. I've now spent my time helping now over 500 exterior cleaning business owners step off the truck and build a real business that can run without them. If you want to see how to get your hands on pre-made systems, weekly coaching, and a private tribe of hungry exterior cleaning business owners, you're going to want to go and check out our Get Off the Truck Accelerator. I'll link it all up down below and hopefully we can see you on the inside. And the third reason why you are capped at 200K or maybe 150 or 220 or in that range is your structure sucks right now of your business, okay? Right now, if this bad boy has to keep ringing for anything to get done. Hey Bob, did you include doing the shed, the pool house on Mrs. Smith's house? Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Hey, Mrs. Smith is asking how much more for if she adds on the gutters. Oh, I'll tell her I'll text her a quote. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Hey, I'm missing a brush head on my water fed pole. Can you order another one? Like, you're literally a bottleneck, right? I remember one day back, I was 23 years old. I had 10 painters going and I hired a production manager, Kevin, right? Kevin called me, I still remember this, 45 freaking times in one day, 45 times. You know, I'm 37 now, so 14 years ago, I didn't know anything about structure or how you have a weekly manager meeting. I could sit down with Kevin and be like, he's literally calling me, is it semi-gloss or satin? Is it white? What do we do? What do we do? And so if you find yourself right now as chief firefighter officer, you need to get better structure. And again, my book, It's a deep dive on systems. Chapter 3 is like a little mini program for like what systems you need in your business. And I tell you right now, like for me, it was in 2016 when I read Michael Gerber's book, The E-Myth. It was like a light bulb went off. Holy crap. Working on my business, not in my business. I went to town for my cleaning business to systematize everything. And I'll tell you the fruit of the labor, by 2020, my business was systematized and it ran without me for 4 years, 4 beautiful years, until last year I was able to exit the business. And the new ownership group that came in was like, my gosh, this thing is dialed. This is systematized. This can run without Dave. And so I'm telling you, you are like 2 to 3 years away, I would say, to be accurate. I've seen it faster. I've seen it longer. 2 to 3 years away of you working 10 hours a week on your business as the CEO, from truly building something beautiful where you can log into your jobber and see 5 deposits got paid. Your manager went out and booked another job. Your technicians just got 2 5-star Google reviews. They just texted you that they are so happy and loving this job and the culture's amazing. And you can get those messages, I'm telling you, if you step aside and say, just give me like 30 seconds here. Like maybe there's a better way to run your business. And maybe I'm not making this stuff up after helping over 550 cleaning business owners get off the truck and scale their business. This is the path forward. And there's going to be 2 things right now off this video, off this podcast. You can hear it, be like, oh, that was cool. Like on to the next thing. Don't become just a junkie for information and keep hearing it. And you need to take action at some point. You need to implement. And that for me was hiring a business coach and working with someone to actually see things in a different light. And it's my goal, whether you work with us in our accelerator program or not, I want to adjust how you think about your business, because it all starts in your mind to say, like, let's put our marketing, our hiring, and our structure under the microscope. And maybe there's some validity to what Dave is saying here, that maybe I do have some work to do with these items. And the ultimate structure I'll end with just comes around your time, because you might have said, I might pluck it out of your brain right now. Dave, I don't have the time to do that. What literally is structure 101. We got to get a handle on your personal calendar. If you're a husband, a family man like I am, you're trying to grow your business, it's great. But like if you lose on the home front and you don't have structure, that's the ultimate reason. Like most of our companies we work with, their why is their family. And we all say we do it for our family. But if you're not home, you're working 80 hours a week. Oh, it's just a temporary thing. Yeah, well, you've been doing this for 4 years now and it's not really working. So again, maybe there needs to be a better way to see light at the end of the tunnel. And that is truly what I believe I'm called to on earth right now, is to help cleaning business owners put structure in, put systems, and actually build a business that gets more income and more freedom. That's what I'm all about. It's what I've been doing for 6 years. And I'm going to keep doing, because this is going to be my mission, because there are so many owners out there that need to hear this. So I want to hear from you in the comment, your homework. Put your biggest takeaway down below, and I'll link up down below my book you can go check out. And we'll link up too, for you action takers, you 2%ers on the end of this. You're like, dude, I need to just jump in and get some coaching. I'll link up my accelerator, my Get Off the Truck Accelerator program. If you're looking for accountability with coaching, you want all the systems that I use to grow my very own cleaning business, like I talked about, and you want to get in a tribe. We're now over 100 cleaning business owners all around the world that are growing, that are scaling. Revenue under 750,000 in revenue, but most of the companies that come to us, they hit 50K, 100K. They've got a business on the go that they want to grow to the next level. That's what we're all about. So I'll see you on the inside, and the rest of you, I'll see you on the next episode.